Hey there, it's Coach Scotty, and it is coming up on the July 4th reset for 2022. Now, I knew starting this on Canada Day long weekend was a risk. I knew that, but I had so many people saying they wanted to do a reset for July that I was like, all right, fine, we'll do it. So July 4th, Monday is the start of the 21 day nutrition reset. And I've got, I think 12 or 14 people now that have jumped in. So that's exciting. However, nobody could make the call today, and that's fine. With the time I had available, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do the call by myself and I'm going to record it. And then people can watch it when it suits them when they get back from camping, which it's been miserable weather. Well, I love the rain. Don't get me wrong. At least the world's like, remember, I don't know if you remember last year, the whole Western continent was on fire. So I'll take the rain over that. But I knew nobody would be able to make it today. So I'm going to do this by myself. It's a little bit different, but I'm going to record it so you can see everything and watch it when it suits you. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to share my screen and we shall do this. So obviously this is usually done with an audience. Today we're going to do it without, and that's totally cool. I think we can still have fun and you're still going to benefit from it. Learn some things, figure out where you're at, and really ask yourself some good questions. So 21 day nutrition reset. So first of all, I'm super glad that you're here. I has excitement. I love coaching people. I love coaching you. I cannot wait to be your coach. I can't wait. I'm super excited. So the question I have for you, and just answer it to yourself as you watch this, are you ready to gain more energy, to release stubborn body fat, to flatten your stomach, to develop the healthiest version of yourself? If so, I want you, wherever you are, to out loud say yes, because that changes everything. If you think it, that's one thing. But if you say it out loud, that changes how your brain chemistry goes. So it's important you play along today. All right, it is time to get into the details of the 21 day nutrition reset. At the end of this, you'll have all the information, motivation you'll need to leave, ready to go grocery shopping, start training this coming week, and you can start creating your ideal body and life now. I'm going to get into the details, but I've always got examples. This is Kelly. He dropped 23 pounds in 21 days. And yes, he was kind of sticking his belly out a little bit in the beginning photo because he really didn't believe he would succeed much. He was stunned by his results. And I bumped into a couple times and he's kept that weight down, and that's awesome. But before we get started and I unveil what's behind the curtain, there is a quick disclaimer. There are people that hate change and they're just not willing to try something new, totally different, and perhaps even annoying at times. And if that's you, your chance of success will plummet. What you've done before got you to where you are now. So let's try something different, right? You got the caterpillars. I hate change, but there's the butterflies above them, which is their natural progression. So let's get you to butterflies. I can give you all of the tools and the training and help you develop the mindset for success. But in the end, it's your attitude that makes all the difference. Your attitude, not your aptitude, which means skills, will determine your altitude. It is so true. I have had people that have completely failed at this program and tried to make it my fault because whatever. You have to do this yourself. I will coach you. I will guide you. But I had one person that was really angry and mad because I didn't go do a bunch of extra research to create 10 or 12 more recipes because they were bored. So therefore, the whole program was a failure. If that's you, this is not your program. So it's just about realizing that. So if you are good, just say yes. If you're good, I'm good to go, coach. I get it. All right, because it's critical. You cannot assign others the responsibility for your results. You cannot assign me the responsibility for your results. You can't. Now, have I put together 25 years of my life into this program? Yes. Does this program work beautifully? Yes. But you can't assign me your results. They're yours. Hello, I'm accountable. You are accountable. All right, cool. Because newsflash, nothing works. Nothing works. You make it work. You can make anything work. There is somebody right now making a vegan diet work. There's somebody right now making a keto diet work. They're making an all-fat diet work. There is a meth head living on garbage dumpster food making it work. You can make anything work if you're committed and you pay attention to it. Your body will adapt. Now, what will it adapt to? I have to think the meth addict is not going to live long and it's not a happy life. I have to think that the people on the way extreme diets, they're making it work. but it's not healthy. And I'm not about that. I want you to be healthy. And I have collected hundreds of before and after pictures, and I want more of them. I want to inspire more people. So I'm looking for you to succeed so you can inspire other people. All of these people have done really well. They are real people that I've really coached. Mark still looks fantastic. Lyle, I train with once a week still. Marcy's now a full boat instructor. She does all kinds of crazy, great things. And I haven't seen Natalie in quite a while, but I know she's still a fitness instructor, and she wasn't when she started. So it's awesome. I've been a trainer since 98. Coming on, this is my 25th year as a trainer. And I've owned a gym in Silver Lake for over 18 years. Now, of course, that all changed in 2020, but my passion for helping people, that has not changed. It just looks different. And so I'm still here to help. In fact, I get to help more now that I don't have a 15,000 square foot gym with 27 staff than I ever could when I was in that role. So this is actually pretty cool. I'm proud to say that me and my team have helped our community drop over 2,000 pounds of fat per year on average. And since then, doing this online with just the people that I work with, I think we're 700 or 800 pounds a year last time I checked. So that's pretty awesome. You can see a lot of these people, they have done the 21-day reset. I've dropped 6 pounds, dropped 4 inches, 12 pounds, 6 pounds, 7 pounds, 6 pounds, 5 pounds, 2 pounds, lean when we started, right? 3 pounds lean when she started, 5.5 pounds, 6 pounds, 6 pounds. So that's awesome. But people don't always realize I wasn't always born the fitness guy that everybody knows me as. So talking about me, Scott McDermott, Coach Scotty, I was in architecture for 13 years, getting fat and sick and stressed. And after a year of specialists and tests, a doctor finally told me to eat right, exercise, and take care of myself. And so I did with a passion. I had gone to all these specialists. They could not figure out. I had a whole laundry list of problems. And when it came down to it, I was eating like an idiot and I wasn't moving my body. I had a desk job and I was killing myself slowly. Well, I dropped 20 pounds first and then took my before picture because there was a 12-week contest in the United States called Body of Work Challenge, and it wasn't open to Canadians. So I just was like, whatever, I'm going to get started. And then the challenge opened to Canada and I took my before picture. And I wish I would have taken an actual before picture, but I didn't. 5 months later, I was in the best shape of my life. Everything was different. All of my health issues were gone. And that led to working to a few gyms in the late 90s as a trainer. And then I opened Best Body Fitness in 2002. I got into triathlon. I began to travel the world competing. And at the World Championships in 2015 in Ultraman, I nearly died in a bike crash in the rain at nearly 70 kilometers an hour. It was kind of a thing. I went from super fit and healthy, World Championships, to busted in a blink of an eye. I shattered my shoulder, broke it in 4 parts. I broke my radius, the bone in my forearm in half in 3 pieces. I busted 5 ribs. I busted up my knee, tore the cartilage, tore my MCL. I had whiplash. I scraped the side of my face, and I broke the back of my skull open, exposing my brain and leading to one of the worst brain injuries you can get, which I do not recommend. And that started my long, slow road back to health with, of course, all the skills and programs I've been teaching everybody since 98. That didn't change. But 3 years of surgeries and rehab and challenge after challenge takes its toll, especially when emotional eating happens. Are you an emotional eater? You have a really bad day at work, or something's stressing you right out, or somebody was really mean to you, and you come home and you feel like crap and you go to food? I know I did. When life got real hard and I felt unloved, I went to food because I had an association that food was love. Because every time there was something good, my birthday, Christmas, Easter, Valentine's Day, graduation, anniversary, wedding, the food is amazing and it's always treats. And so as human beings, we associate love and food. Now they're separate, but it's really easy to do that. So when you come home after a crap day, it's easy to jump into a tub of Ben & Jerry's ice cream or a bag of nachos. Well, that took its toll and I reached the fattest I've ever been. 237 pounds. I was miserable. After my final knee surgery, I drew a line in the sand. I said, okay, that's it. I'm done with this. And I got back in shape and I brought myself back to 195 pounds. And that was good. It was way better. And I made it to the Ultraman World Championships again, 2018. I was 25th in the world and it's fantastic. Now, I will give you an extra piece to the story because I kind of got to that 195, 200, 205 zone, and I would kind of fall off the wagon a little bit, drift back up to 209, and I was still a little grouchy. And on October 30th, 2021, I decided to follow the 21-day reset program in combination with my 6-week program to the letter for 12 weeks. And I currently weigh 179. I'm down 30 pounds since 209 in October 30th. I am lower than my grade 8 high school weight, and I feel amazing. And I'm 53 years old. So that's where I come from. And since my transformation, I've been surrounding myself with amazing people, and I have been able to live my life and passion every day and transforming lives and changing the world, which I love. But that brings us to you here now. Now it's your time. And I want you where you are to say, it's my time. I know I clearly can't hear you, but I want you to say that out loud. That anchors it in. That makes it matter to you. And you're the only one it matters for. I want to ask if some of these apply to you. And just say yes if that's true. You can nod and say yes, but I want you to do this as I read them to you, okay? You're feeling down on yourself for having let your health go down and your weight go up. You are at or have recently been at the heaviest point in your life. You have people in your life that you want to help, but you're actually not setting a good example yourself, let alone enough for them. Your own mind is filled with negative self-talk and it's draining your energy. I call that the itty bitty snotty committee, IBSHIC, and it's back there just beaking off. Hey, you're such a loser. You're so fat. You're always going to be fat. You always try these things. You never succeed. You have one of those voices? Oh, mine used to be the worst. Would never talk to another human being the way I would talk to myself. Thankfully, that voice has gotten very quiet. You're tired of back rolls. You're sick of having a spare tire around the midsection, and you're done with having double chin and the flabby arms and feeling a little jiggly right now. Is that you? Yes? Okay. Frustrated when shopping for clothes or having a section in the closet waiting. That was me for years, 5, 6, 7 years. I had a section in the closet. Like I crashed in 2015 and it's 2022, 7 years later. Now I finally am wearing all of my clothes from the far section of the closet, all of them. In fact, all of my summer shorts, if I don't wear a belt, they fall off. So that's kind of fun. It's free new clothing. You've tried diet books and apps and groups and gyms and trainers and boot camps and fitness programs, but so far nothing's worked long-term. And now you're a little skeptical about anything new and perhaps even in your own ability to succeed. Is that you? You can barely stand getting on the scale, and even the thought of it makes you nervous. You get into a place where you put yourself in situations and places and circumstances where you feel safe and make choices based on what others want instead of what you really want. Hey, let's just order pizza. You don't want pizza because you want to be healthy, but that's what everybody's doing. And you're like, yeah, let's have pizza. You're frustrated, confused, and sick of living this way. So many people come to me and they say this is the heaviest they've ever been. I'm glad you're here. You did it. You made it here. You've started. This is the beginning of amazing. How many of you have heard this saying? You only live once. Have you heard that? You can even get hats, shirts say YOLO. You only live once. I want you to know something. I think it's a load of crap. It's garbage. It's not true. You live every day. You only die once. And it's permanent, as far as we know. I have lived thousands of days, and every one of them is a miracle, and it's amazing. And I'll tell you, since I nearly died, I appreciate those days more than I used to. So make your life awesome. And one of the things about people saying you only live once, it's just before they do something really stupid or eat something really bad for them, right? Yeah. So this 21-day nutrition reset is the answer. If you're willing, I will guide you through this 3-step process from where you are to where you want to be. Number 1 is making poor choices, negative self-talk, low energy and motivation. And to number 2, making healthy choices daily. It's a simple habit change. Gaining energy and enthusiasm, which is a result, and exercising and feeling good. Now, you don't have to go out and do a 2-hour CrossFit workout, but you do need to move your body a little somehow. It could be a 10-minute walk. something that moves your body. And then you're creating your ideal you. You're feeling like yourself again. You're being a role model to others. That's our goal. That's where we want to be. That's where I am. And I love it here. So feeling good again is the goal. So what exactly is the 21-day reset? I mean, what are we going to eat? And people ask this. Well, here's the list of things I can eat on my diet. No, that's not it. It is simple. It is just 21 days of lemon water, castor oil, and cayenne pepper. That's it. We call it the Master Disaster Cleanse. Who's in? No, I'm just kidding. It is not that. It's not that kind of plan. It is 21 days of clean eating. No processed sugar, no unhealthy carbs, no dairy. And the great news is there's no calorie counting. It's not about what you can't eat. It's about what you can eat. Fresh fruits and veggies and eggs and healthy fats, lean meats like chicken, beef, fish, good carbs like brown rice, quinoa, and sweet potato. So many good things. Good stuff like avocado. You know, that moment in the supermarket when you find the perfect avocado. Oh, yeah. But one thing I do want you to know is that for the reset, I'd like you to stay away from coffee for 21 days. What? I haven't had my coffee yet. Don't make me kill you. Anybody thinking that right now? All right, listen. I know you might be thinking about quitting right now if you're a coffee drinker, but before you do, just hang on a second. Two things. One, keeping coffee in will not make or break your detoxification process, which is part of the reset. Coffee in and of itself is not necessarily bad. However, coffee stresses the adrenal glands. It actually makes you more fatigued and it leads to coffee crashes. And then when your adrenal glands are depleted, it raises the stress hormone cortisol, which makes you store belly fat. Okay. So coffee, it's not really helping you. So instead, we can have non-sweetened green tea. That's what I've got in here. It still has a little bit of caffeine, but it's mild and it doesn't deplete your adrenals. It's actually a superfood that helps you lose weight. There's things in it called catechins that help you break it down and digest it. And it's actually great. Okay. And coffee. How do you start the day without coffee? And then 2 hours later, or 3 hours later, somebody, please give me another coffee. Right? I love that coffee is not the boss of me anymore. Coffee used to be my boss. When I had my brain injury and I broke my skull open, and I had one of the worst brain injuries you can get. I had hemorrhaging, bleeding to the frontal lobes. I had a point impact to the base, and I had something called diffuse axonal scarring, which is where the white matter and the gray matter have been smashed and torn so hard they tore apart. Normally, according to the textbooks, people with my level of brain injury are in a vegetative state. Clearly, I'm not. Now, I fed everything to my brain. I ate super healthy foods. I went into hyperbaric oxygen therapy for 3 months. 3 months? Yes. Daily, where they put you in a chamber, they compress you to 1 atmosphere, you breathe pure oxygen to help my brain heal. But through that process, I was trying to run a failing business because it was a 2016 NDP recession. We were in trouble. And I had to work, but I could only stay awake for 1.5 hours to 2 hours at a time. And then I had to nap for 6 hours because of my brain injury. It was really hard. And I remember meeting with my neurologist and I asked him, I said, look, what can I do to focus and concentrate? Because I really miss thinking and remembering things. And he said, listen, your brain's going to take a couple of years to heal. Just have some coffee. And I said, but I don't like coffee. It's disgusting. And he says, well, it'll help sharpen your mental acuity. Maybe mix it with something. And I thought, okay. So right from the doctor's appointment, I went straight to Timmy's and I got a medium mocha, half hot chocolate, half coffee. And I thought, I've heard of this. How bad can it be? I had my first one and I thought, oh, that's not bad. Like it kind of ruined the hot chocolate, but it wasn't bad. And I could think again. I could remember stuff. I felt normal for the first time in months. Well, the medium became a large, became an extra large, became 2 or 3 extra larges a day. Well, those things weigh in at about 370 calories each. So it wasn't long before I got really fat, like you saw in the picture. And I became fully addicted to coffee. My day could not start without it. I couldn't function without coffee. It was the first thing I thought about when I woke up in the morning. I planned my day around going to the lineup in Tim Hortons to get my extra large mocha. All I had to say was good morning. And Linda at the drive-in knew who it was and ordered my extra large mocha. It got bad. And 2 or 3 hours after that coffee, I was in the gutter. I had no energy until I had another coffee. And I was good for about 3 or 4 hours. And then I had no energy till I had another coffee, or I had a nap. I had totally damaged my adrenal glands. That's the problem with coffee. It is a stimulant. It puts your body in fight or flight, and it has consequences. So for 3 weeks, I'm asking you to not have any caffeine and give yourself some distance and see how you feel without it. And I'm here to tell you, it is a magical miracle thing. And I know that from literally hundreds of people in the last year and a half. Hundreds. Most of them have never gone back to coffee. They have their life back. My energy is my energy. This is me, caffeine free, late in the day. And I did run training this morning for 3 hours, and I'm 53 and I have tons of energy. Thank you. Without coffee, there's no crash. So that's my thoughts. Do it. Don't do it. Your call. All right. The foods are delicious, and your family will love the foods in the manual. There are so many amazing foods in the manual that are fantastic. The pesto bacon wrapped chicken is so good. And if you can't find the nitrite-free bacon that we recommend, because it is getting harder and harder to find, just have nitrate bacon, and just make sure you have something citrus with it, because the antioxidants from the citrus or even a bell pepper will combat the oxidation problems of the nitrates. Okay. The stir fry is really good. The avocado and rice and chicken, so good. And if you get Yucatan guacamole, it's 95% pure avocado with a couple of spices and salt and stuff to keep it preserved. It's instantly ready. Whereas getting an avocado, you got to go through bulletproof, ripe, 2 seconds, and rotten, right? There is a trick where you put avocado in water. Apparently that works really well. I haven't personally tested it. I need to. The SBI muffins, this should be illegal muffins. It took me about 4 years to perfect this muffin recipe, and I live on them. I love them. I have them every day. I have one in the morning, and I have a half of one and after supper. It's my last meal of the day at 8 p.m. Is phenomenal. Highly recommended. Now, in the manual, there is the quick start. And if you just want to, you don't want to read, there's a lot of really good information in the beginning, but if you're in a hurry, just go to the quick start. Find out what things you can have, which is brown rice, quinoa, sweet potatoes, vegetables, fruit, fat, lean protein, how to choose that, what to grab, right? So there's lots and lots of good different things for there. There's so many things here to eat. Remember that vegetables, they don't include white potatoes and peas. Those are pretty starchy vegetables, and corn is a grain, not a vegetable. So be mindful of that. Some people go the first 3 to 7 days without animal protein. In fact, some people do the first 3 days as a juice fast, which you can totally do. If you've been eating like a moron and it's time to really, really clean out, then 3 days of the green juice or any of the juice smoothies as a juice fast, that will change your game. So that is one thing you can look at. Now, there's also in the book what to avoid. We want to be straightforward and clear. The things to avoid are popular grains, and there's a list of them: wheat, rye, barley, oats, corn, processed white rice, millet, bulgur, sorghum, amaranth, buckwheat, sprouted grains. Okay. And white rice is not a color thing, it's a processing thing. So jasmine rice is still fine. Sugar, we want to stay away from all things sugar related. By and large, not that sugar is necessarily in some forms bad, like honey is natural, maple syrup is natural, but we as a society are so over sweetened, we've forgotten what food tastes like. So stay away from maple syrup, honey, agave nectar, Splenda, Equal, NutraSweet, xylitol. You got to read the layers, the labels, because they call it brown rice syrup or evaporated cane juice and stuff like that. So we got to be mindful of that. I know the SBI muffins have something in them called Swerve, which is a sugar replacement, and they are a little bit sweet in a sense. But that works, you know. And the protein powder, which I actually have in here with my tea, has a couple of artificial sweeteners that are acceptable ones as far as we can tell these days. And so, but what we're trying to do is remove as many sweeteners as we can. Definitely no refined sugar. Okay. All right. Now, alcohol. Yeah. Let's keep away from that. for 21 days. There's a couple reasons. One, alcohol does have calories. Proteins and carbs have 4 calories per gram. Fat has 9 calories per gram, and alcohol gives you 7 calories per gram. So if you think of that glass of wine like a glass of butter, kind of. But the big thing about alcohol is after 2 or 3 or 4 glasses of wine, you no longer give a crap about your meal plan. And that's a problem. Okay. Tobacco, eliminate it if you can. I've got tips on quitting smoking. If you need, just reach out to me. We do want to stay away from caffeine. Legumes tend to be inflammatory. So things like black, red, pinto, navy, white, kidney, lima, fava, peas, chickpeas, which includes hummus in there, lentils, they're starchy, they raise blood sugar. We also want to watch out for peanuts because they're used to clean up dirty crops. So let's watch out for those. Almond butter is fine, and no forms of soy. Soy is just nasty. It is hard on your hormones. It is not good for you. We are going to stay away from soy protein, soy sauce, miso, tofu, tempeh, edamame, and soy lecithin. Just keep those out. Okay. We're going to stay away from dairy. I like dairy. I like Greek yogurt after the 21 days, but for the 21 days, we're going to really give your body a full chance to clear out of things that can be mucus forming or inflammatory, which includes dairy. So cow, goat, sheep, milk products, cheese, kefir, yogurt, ice cream, butter, cream cheese, half and half, sour cream. You can use ghee, which is clarified butter, which you can buy clarified or do it yourself. It's pretty simple. Stay away from food additives if you can, carrageenan, MSG, nitrites, or sulfites. Now protein powder, I love my whey protein. In fact, I'm gonna have a sip right now. But it has to be whey isolate. Whey concentrate has lactose, and that's going to give you mucus stuff, but isolate is tolerated very well, and so that is possible. Now there are Vega Pro 7 or Hammer Vegan protein powder. I do have Hammer Vegan protein powder in my garage to sell if you want. They are tasty as they get in the vegetarian vegan ones. So that's that. Now there is a sample meal plan, which gives you lots of examples. There's also a grocery list, which is great to print off and take with you so that you just know what to grab from the grocery store. If all you have in your house is these groceries, you're going to be fine. People ask, is it a keto diet? And then I make fun of keto. I'm not always in ketosis, but I never poop ketosis. You've been on a low carb diet for 5 years. Realize it's been 5 minutes. Carbs are the devil. Look, what is wrong with you? Keto diet is eating 75% fat, 20% protein, and 5% carbohydrates. Does it work? Yes, it does. You will drop weight, but you are enacting a survival mechanism that is forcing your body to burn fat as a fuel source because it thinks you're starving to death. Then you trick it by continually only eating fat. Does it work? Sure, it does. Is this a good way to live long term? No, it really isn't. Where do you get all your vegetable or your minerals and vitamins from? Vegetables, fruit. You're not allowed to have them in keto. That doesn't make sense. And on the 5 grams you're allowed per day or 5% you're allowed per day, that's insufficient. That's not enough to be healthy. It's not. People never stay on keto long because it's not good for you. So I'm not a fan. This is not a keto diet. And I mean, we lost all common sense. There's so many diets. There's paleo, vegan, vegetarian, raw food, blood type, Mediterranean, zone, fast food, low fat, high food, low carb, high carb, gluten-free, dairy-free, salt-free, sugar-free. All of these diets and more exist. And they're all what I call pendulum diets. They're way out of balance, way out of balance, way out of balance. I like to eat more in the middle. We're going to get rid of some things that are inflammatory, but other than that, we can eat all the things. Your body needs proteins and fats and carbohydrates to survive, to be healthy, to thrive. Each different thing has a different purpose. I'll talk about that in one of my daily mindset videos. So check this out. I always like to make this comparison. That is 2 cups of broccoli. 2 cups of broccoli has 62 calories. Okay, 2 cups chopped. Now, if you had 3 cups of broccoli, that would be 90 calories. The same as 1 Timbit. 1 Timbit is 90 calories. You're never going to eat 3 cups of raw broccoli, ever. You'd fart yourself into next week for 1. It's ridiculous. You would never do that. Even if it was steamed with coconut oil on it, like you just wouldn't. But Timbits, I have personally wrecked a 20-pack and hardly noticed I ate it on a road trip. That's 1,800 calories. So that is one of the things that is a challenge. That is why fruits and vegetables are amazing. You cannot overeat vegetables. You can't. You'll be tired of them long before you've eaten too many. All right. So have a salad, have lots of salads. Plus, this is one of the flaws with keto, fruits and vegetables are so full of good stuff that makes your life amazing. They're loaded with all of the good micronutrients that our body needs to thrive. Fruits and vegetables are your best friend. They help you poop. They give you energy. They give you vitamins and minerals so that all of your cells can repair and run optimally. That's why they're good. Okay. Lots of people can do it. And if they can do it, so can you. So many here. My friend Jody down at the bottom, 20 pounds in 21 days. So many more: 3 pounds, 8 pounds, 1 pound, 2 pounds, 13 pounds, 6 pounds, 7.5 pounds, 6.5 pounds, 9, all over the map. All of these different people, if they can do it, you can do it. So let me ask you, you understand that quick fixes don't work. Yeah. Yeah. Jason started with a 6-week challenge. 8 months later, he grew a beard. He did some other stuff too. One of my favorite examples is my good friend, Bonnie Gansky. Bonnie started the program, and we had chatted for years about her doing something to help. She just wasn't ready. But then when she was really ready. She joined the program, and right away, the first time, she dropped a good chunk of weight, I think 7 pounds. And she felt amazing. And she did the next round, and she dropped a couple more pounds. And then I took a month off because it was summer. I take August off because I'm super busy with racing, which I'll do again this year. She joined the next one. Actually, between challenges without me, she dropped 4 pounds. Then she joined the next one, dropped another 8 pounds. Did the next one, another 4 pounds, another 5 pounds, another 4 pounds. Like, she just kept going, kept going, kept going. She's now almost 40 pounds down. It's been a year. She is amazingly healthy, looks fantastic. She is happy, happy, happy. And I just love her. She's the most amazing person. She's a big advocate for the program. So she's an inspiration. And I want more pictures like Bonnie. So that could be you changing the world. Think about a mountain. Your goals are simply made real by your actions. If you place a drop of water on this mountain and choose one side versus the other, everything changes. One side of this mountain will have a completely different result set than the other side. And you are right now choosing the green, healthy, amazing, awesome side of the mountain. And I applaud you for that. Your choices matter. We want progression versus destruction. Little bit of progress consistently is the best. Now, here's what will happen as a result of this program. And I want you, even though I can't see you right now, I want you to say yes when you hear something you want. Okay. You want to shed some weight. Yes. You want to gain some energy. Yes. Release some belly fat. Yes. Increase stamina. Yes. More confidence. Yes. Fit back in your clothes. Yes. Toned arms and legs. Yes. Trimmer and tighter midsection. Yes. Gain sexual magnetism. Yes. Gain back that swagger. I don't think I've ever had a swagger. Sleep better. Yes. Respect for yourself. Yes. Positive mindset to start the day. Yes. Inner thighs that don't rub together. Yes. Happier. Yes. Healthier. Yes. Become a role model and a leader. Yes. I'm super proud of people that have been doing this program for a while, and their results speak for them. 13 months later, down 26.5 pounds, 11 months later, 37 pounds, 12 months later, 19, 14 months later, 28, 16 months later, 17, 7 months later, 18, 8 months later, 30, 8 months later, 72, 6 months later, 11. I guess I'm one of those. Yeah. And I'm down further. I went from 209 to, I didn't update the number, but I'm 179. So I'm down a full 30. It's awesome. I love long-term changes, right? I don't want this to be a quick fix. This isn't just 3 weeks. This could be the rest of your life if you want it. My friend Lyle called me, and commitment is always the first step. He called me after Christmas's one year. He said, Scott, I need your help. We lived in different cities. And I said, yeah, buddy, what do you need? Geez, we haven't talked to him forever. He says, I can't get off the floor. I said, what do you mean you can't get off the floor? Like, do you need me to call 911? Why are you calling me? And he says, no, I'm fine. I can't get off the floor. I was like, I don't understand. Do you need me to drive to help? I don't understand. He says, no, I'm too fat. I can't get off the floor. Oh, I hadn't seen him in a while. I said, how much do you weigh? He said, I don't know. Our scale only goes to 300. Okay. What do you need? He said, I need you to train me, but I can't drive to Silver Lake every day. It's too far. Can you coach me online? I said, yeah, absolutely. So we started working together. We cleaned up his nutrition. We started working together, started him moving, 5-minute walk. He was sore for 2 days. We brought him from 340 down to 180, 185, and changed his life. He dropped to 190, then 185, and now he lives at about 190, 195. And he is so happy. He's unstoppable. But he went from, I can't get off the floor, to now he lives in Sylvan, actually, and he works out with me every week. It's either Friday or Wednesday. Once a week, we work out together. And he's phenomenal. He's my age, low 30s or low 50s, 53. He just turned. And he's awesome. He's healthy. He's happy. He's fit. He's living a great life. And so go ahead and raise your hand if you're ready to commit to that. Even standing where you are right now, just raise your hand. Yes, I am ready to commit to that. You can even say it. I am ready to commit to this, because that makes it. This is Sean. And again, he worked with me and he dropped 35, 40 pounds. We need accountability. And I'll tell you something's interesting. When Sean stopped working with me for a while, he got a new job. He started to gain some of it back. And he started working with me again, one-on-one, and he's now losing it again. Accountability matters, right? And this is where I come in, but I need your help. We'll be working with each other directly, but only if you'll communicate. You got to tell me if you're struggling. You can't just go silent. You got to tell me, right? You need to do a starting weight and an ending weight. That is your commitment. Do you commit to that? If so, say yes, where you are. I got this note from Mark, phenomenal guy. He said, we're getting winter this year, getting a good workout today. So nice to be outside working, still lots of gas in the tank. And I'm wearing clothes today that used to be skin tight that feel nice and comfortable. He went from 305 to 277. And actually he's back down now. He's 272 and he's less even further since then. So Mark is continuing to make huge changes in his life and his whole family. As a matter of fact, he's got 4 kids and his wife is playing as well. Check out Steven. He started May 4th, 2021. He had to do the 197 in payments. Actually, back then, I wasn't even charging that much. He had to do it in payments. And he wasn't sure and he wasn't committed and he didn't know. And he'd been thinking about it a long time, but he finally pulled the trigger. He said, I got to do this. And he did. And he is completely transformed. 76 pounds by October 4th, or 75 pounds by, that's backwards. But anyway, he did really well. 76 pounds he dropped. I've actually gone cycling with Steven 110 kilometers. This is a guy who he could barely walk, change his life. That is my favorite thing to hear. And I want that for you. The daily weigh-in and how it can make you crazy. People ask me, do we have to weigh ourselves every day? Nope, you sure don't. Start and end. That's all you need to do. If you weigh yourself every day, it can drive you crazy because the human body can change as much as 5% in weight in a day. Well, for a 200-pound person, that's 10 pounds. So we're looking for trends, not straight lines. And I'm going to use myself as an example. So this is Christmas, and you can see this year, 2021, I was like, you know what? I'm going to have some fun stuff at Christmas. I'm going to keep the lid on pretty close, but I'm not going to go crazy, but I'm going to enjoy it. So starting on the 24th, I was out of town. I was at my mom and my brother's, and then I was at my wife's mom's, and then I was at my best friend's house for New Year's. And you see this trend and you're like, whoa, what's going on? Don't panic. Second we got home, I went right back to eating completely 21-day reset friendly, and everything started to just trend back down again, right? Trended back down again. And you look at that little hiccup in perspective, take it out of context of a short term, put it in the big picture, and who cares? It was the tiniest little blip in a trend. It was doing exactly what I wanted it to. So that's what we got to look for. Look for the overall big picture trend. A little something here and there is not going to change your world, right? It's the trend. Because it requires some good old hard work and consistency, right? It's Annalie, she did really well, still looks amazing. You need to get out of your own way. You'll need to watch the daily mindset videos. There's a lot of learning in the DMBs, and I'm posting fresh ones all the time because a lot of people have been doing this program over and over and over again for a year. So I want fresh content. So I'm posting new videos all the time. Please watch them. They are in the announcements section of the Facebook page. Okay, you down for that? I can almost hear you saying yes. And I do have supplements. They are not required, but they're helpful. If you want whey powder protein, there's a good clean isolate. If you want vitamins, they're out of them right now. But if you want to help sleep with some natural things like melatonin and valerian root, if you want collagen, which is useful for making muffins, if you need glutamine, if you're going to be sore, if you want all natural raw energy bars or all natural nutritionally great protein bars, I have those. I do sell them out of my garage. Let me know if you need anything. I give you the best prices I'm allowed to, because there are minimum and maximum prices we're allowed to say. So with phase 1 reset, you've got all the good stuff: the 90-page manual, the quick start guide, the grocery list, the recipes, the meal plans, the vegetarian recipes, the private Facebook group filled with content and humor, the daily mindset videos, which you can play whenever you want. They're in the group every morning at 5 a.m., but you can watch them whenever you like. They're tagged in features. Bonuses and recipes, bonus recipes and videos, unlimited coaching contact with me. If you're stuck, ask me questions. I will help you. In-person body comp with me in Sylvan for a small fee if you want. How to fail. The sarcasm is strong with this one. I'm kidding when I say this all. Okay. Stop following the eating plan. Eat sugar, dairy, and grains. Stop watching those stupid daily mindset videos. Drink lots of coffee with additives. Never engage in the private group, and keep all of your problems and questions to yourself. Don't do that. Right? Okay. Oh, seriously. Yeah. Don't be this guy. Look at him. He's trying so hard. He's pushing as hard as he can, but he's in the back of the truck. He's not doing anything. Okay. All right. And brand new this round, you could win a Venue SQ Music Edition $350 Garmin smartwatch to track your walking, your stand-up paddleboarding, your swimming, your running, your bicycling, your pickleball, whatever you want to do. It will track it, give you data. It tracks your heart rate, your recovery. It does all kinds of cool things. I bought one of those and I'm going to give it away because I thought it would be fun as a neat reward and maybe get some people stoked and interested in joining the challenge this July. Now, important. You need to go into the private Facebook page once you're in. You need to go to sort comments by pushing the 3 little dots on the upper right, and you need to set to all. Otherwise, Facebook will only show you a tiny portion of comments. This is the phase 1 nutrition plan. I mentioned that. What does that mean? Well, 21-day reset is phase 1. I do have a 6-week transformation challenge that I may run again in September. And I am working on a lifestyle mastery program, which is going to be super extensive. They all have a different price range, right? This is $197 for the 21-day reset, $57 to repeat it as many times as you want. The 6-week program is $397, and the lifestyle mastery, I'm looking at $397 in a month, but we'll see how that goes. I'm still putting that one together. This is my weight. One of my final examples for you before Christmas. 2018, gained 10 pounds at Christmas. 2019, gained 15 pounds. 2020, gained 20 pounds at Christmas. 2021, I was like, I am not doing this anymore. And I made a change. I followed the 21-day nutrition reset, and it brought me all the way down, 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 down. Of course, now we're in July, and I am 179 versus 209. I also have something called the Warrior Code Training 3000 Club. I have a private page on Facebook where we do challenges every month. We do 100 of something every day. It's been sit-ups, crunches, push-ups, squats, butterfly sit-ups, burpees. It's been all kinds of crazy things. Consistency is key. And if you're interested in getting help with doing something every single day, reach out to me and I can tell you about that. This is step 1. Clean the slate and start fresh. Repeat as often as you want for $57. You can build new habits and knowledge from there as you wish to progress. Now, I would ask any questions, but you are home alone. So reach out to me, message me if you have any questions and there's anything I can do to help you. That is my goal. That is my job. I cannot wait to work with you for the 21-day nutrition reset. Thanks for tuning into this 44-minute video, and I wish you the most amazing day, and I can't wait to help you and see you succeed. This is Coach Scotty. I'm out of here.